But
Yeah,
it's all for fun anyway, so nothing lost.
I can put something in the chat anyway to say, oops, PS4 died. Well,
it's hilarious. My car won't go more than 70.
So I'm just putting.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to brake for the corners, would you?
No, I'm not.
You just trundle around.
Third gear the whole entire way.
That's awesome. And of course, when Project Cars came up then, I pressed X button on my controller instead of on my wheel, which will probably mean my wheel won't work, but it doesn't matter. It's no big deal. What could I do worse? Not sure. But we are broadcasting. We are back. We are back up.
I don't think. Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that.
We are back up.
Technical error, guys.
Yeah, that's never happened to me ever. So that's kind of weird. That's okay. I'm just looking and to see we are.
I blew my engine.
What, by revving the holy hell out of it?
Over-revving it because I can't go more than 70.
That's mad. That is bonkers.
So if you've learned anything from tonight, guys, do not up your final drive on the trophy trucks, on the Broncos.
Yeah, because it makes it rubbish.
It will limit you to 70 k's an hour.
Right, so at the moment, I'm just trying to see where we are there. So that ended that one. What I'm hoping is... yeah, that was just going back to the beginning of that, which is not what I want to watch. But we are up and running, and we've got one person. Yay! Sorry about jettisoning everybody, because they've all probably gone, oh, where did that go? But it is back, honest, it will be back. I'm just going back into it. We are live now. Let's go back into live now. And we are... oh no, that's showing the same thing.
Just finished this race, so we're waiting for the countdown, and then you'll be back in the lobby.
Yeah, we should be... I'm just going to go back to here, just so I can jump back in there. This should bring me back in, he says, hopefully.
This is what concentration sounds like?
Yay!
Anyone was wondering?
Or in my case, it's probably flatulence, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Right.
And we are... oh, now my car starts driving automatically when the countdown stops.
Yeah, because I'm in spectate mode at the moment. Well, it's telling me all I can do is spectate, which is fine. That's okay.
No, it's cool. We're coming back into the lobby. It just finished. We had to wait for the countdown because my engine blew, so I never officially finished. So it does the countdown.
Yeah. You have to wait for the whole thing, before it actually ends. Okay. Somebody could have pushed you all the way around, couldn't they?
Yeah, but there was only Comaneci because Matt rolled back. We've learned a lot from this race.
Yeah,
not a
don't
lot of
roll
us
back.
Finished, but we learned a lot.
Don't roll back.
Don't change your final drive.
In fact, don't do anything. Just make sure, alter your fuel because you've got enough for 108 laps, which is probably far too much.
If you plan on doing an endurance, this is your car.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with a very high final drive and 108 laps worth of fuel. Can you imagine doing 108 laps? No, actually. You would end up seasick, I reckon. But anyway,
right,
we are back.
Magnus,
We've got some of our viewers back, so sorry for jettisoning you all while you were all there watching. I think there was about 10 people on, and so yeah, and of course it jettisons the original chat.
Now we are having... these are the guys that are too fast to qualify for our RF2 series, which is the RXL cars, which will start first round at France, which is the next round. So these are the guys that are too quick to qualify to race there. And so this is why they're racing for fun now.
Yeah,
there they are.
It's a... yeah, Matt and Magnus. It was different. I've never had that happen before. I just got a PS4 error and a blue screen, and it just said, "Oh my god." I think if my PS4 could talk, it would have screamed and sworn. But that was kind of weird. But hopefully that's a one-off, and it won't happen ever again. But it's to do with project cars, but so anything is possible, isn't it? But in terms of these guys being too fast, how dare they? Well,
too fast, too furious.
yeah. Fast and Furious 97 will be out soon, with a 563-year-old Vin Diesel reprising his usual part. And I was just like, I remember watching a film called Airplane years and years ago, probably in the early 80s, and it was a parody of like the airport disaster movies of the 70s, which were kind of like made-for-TV movies and a bit kind of rubbish. And of course they took the mickey out of all of it. And in one of the airports there's a poster above of like Sylvester Stallone with a beard like ZZ Top, and it says like Rocky 37. So it's like taking a you know what. It's just funny. Even back then they knew what was going to happen, didn't they?
Yeah.
Hindsight. Oh dear. So we have the 3 degrees in here. I'm not going to say which one's which. But we have Mr. Norlander, we have Mr. Ripper, and we have Mr. Bomb. But you can't say that on an airplane, otherwise you'd be thrown off.
No. Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah, carted away in solitary confinement and probably left somewhere. Crucified or left in the desert to be picked up by ravens. No, I don't know. That's usually in horror films, really, isn't it? And you don't get ravens in the desert, do you? I'm assuming. Probably don't even get vultures in the desert because, well, who wants to live in a desert? Apart from a Bedouin. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm just organising this here.
Enough about deserts. We have one Mr. Magnus, one Robin, and one Arse. Sorry, one Mr. Ripper. Which, on the basis of how we've been going so far tonight, as long as you all get round 4 laps, you'll be fine. And these cars, what are these then? Are these like, they look like Fiestas.
These are RX light cars.
Are they Fiestas?
They are based on the Fiestas, but they're actually made by another company. It's specialized. This is the only car in its class. It's specially built for this class of racing.
So it's just basically a Fiesta frame. Yeah, it's just like a Fiesta frame, but everything inside is, nothing like a Fiesta, let's face it.
It's made by Olsbergs.
Oh, right, so that is the make. I could see that on there.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Olsbergs. Got to say it like that, as if you're saying Carlsberg, probably.
Yeah. Okay, we're just waiting on Magnus to get his stuff in order, yeah?
Yeah, sort yourself out, mate. But these cars should be somewhat easier to drive than the last ones.
Yeah, no, these are built for rallycross. They don't slide as much as what the supercars do.
They haven't got the torque.
It actually
what are they?
slows you down a bit. They don't have the pull really. I mean, I think these are 300 horsepower, whereas the supercars are 600 horsepower.
Yeah, I mean they're not shabby in real terms. I mean, 300 brake in a road car would be quite tasty, but from a rally perspective, it's probably, mind you, it matches sort of WRC type cars, doesn't it? Because they're all 300 brake, aren't they? But it's a slightly different. When you put it into a small track like this, 300 brake is probably quite good until you get to the supercars, and then you realise actually they ain't that quick. But hey, we managed to get some of our people back anyway, so sorry I did try and jettison you, but like a bad penny and a bad smell, you all keep coming back. You know I'm joking, really. I love you all, especially any of you that are female, but not that I'm sexist in any way. I'm open to it. Well, no, I'm not actually open to anything, but we take all types here. We take gay, straight, and Latvians.
All right, we're ready to go. I don't think that the 4th driver will make it tonight.
No. May the 4th be with you. No, maybe not. No, if only if only Luke Skywalker had a lisp. Well, it's Star Wars Day, ain't it? May the 4th, so you'd be like, yes, may the 4th be with you. Yes. And then you could reprise Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, only a British actor could have his name Go
I'm
on.
too young to even know who that guy is. I know him from the movie. I don't know what his name was.
Yes, he was Sir Alec Guinness. I mean, to have your name named after like a very, very high-profile Irish drink is probably quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could call yourself
That's
Dave
why,
Whiskey.
yeah, they probably knighted him because of that, not because.
Well, he had grey hair as well. Well, his hair was like white, so it's like a Guinness, isn't it? Because Guinness is like dark with a white top, isn't it? So probably fitted there anyway. In the meantime, we have the 3 degrees ready to rock and roll and show us how it's all done. Is RS Ripper or Magnus or Rob going to do something amazing? Or
somebody jump started?
Yeah, it was Magnus.
Magnus jump started after all that wait.
And here's Ryan. Hello, welcome. Oh dear, Magnus had a good start. He had such a good start. He just vaporized into hyperspace. In the meantime, we have a 2-man race. It's quite close, to be fair.
RS Ripper was the winner of last season's Supercars, and Robin was the closest behind him fighting for the title. So these are both fast guys.
Yeah, so they should really be.
Should be a close race.
There's a bit of thought process going in on that. They're not doing it together. They're thinking, can I get eke and a few extra tenths out of this? So it depends if Rob can bring that gap down, which at the moment is increasing. But
very nice line there. Let's see what Robin does. Also, he takes a bit more of a drift there, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he got pedal on the metal quick enough going forward, so he lost a bit of traction going into that. But again, it's one of those things. It's a fine art, isn't it? Getting those lines perfectly right. And I think Mr. Ripper's got it.
These cars, you want to keep the car moving as much as possible because you can't accelerate as quick out of the corners. So
yeah, it's trying to maintain the pace, isn't it? Oh, see, that came out quite tight, but he has got a 1-second lead, so I don't think he's likely to relinquish that. Again, these cars look as if there's an element, more of an element. Excuse me. I think they've got more of an element of control looking at them. There's less of the fishtailing.
Power, so you're not going to spin out as easily, but at the same time you can slide those supercars, so sometimes they can help you a little bit, whereas here it's not so easy if you're already going into the spin to sort of slide out of
pull yourself up, because you haven't got the torque to pull out of it in the same way. Whereas with the supercar, you put the pedal to the metal and it starts. You might not be moving for a second or so, but the car's altering its change of direction, isn't it, pretty quickly.
You're on the roof with Robin.
Yeah, I'm sat on his roof. I'm hanging on for dear life. It's like the stuntman in a movie. Oh dear.
Takes a little bit of a shortcut.
Yeah, his rear end caught some serious concrete there. Which again is another thing. You think you've cleared a corner or something like that, but because you're fishtailing out, then that was taken quite well. I thought he was going to catch the side then. It's just a look from here. It's where you are looking at this. A bit wide. Oh, he's overcooked it.
Nicely done by the guys.
Yeah, that was a bit proper, wasn't it? Unlike our less said about that the better. But hey, it was good.
Luckily, there was a technical error in the trophy trucks.
Yeah, my driving was that bad in a trophy truck that the PlayStation said, "No way are we broadcasting this. Get off." I think there was some sort of poetic justice in that one.
Project Cars, probably the slightly mad guys, probably pulled down the video. They couldn't afford to see their game trashed like that.
He said it's slightly mad, not completely stupid. It's like, oh dear me.
Okay guys, so now we move on to what you're all here to see, the finals for the supercars.
Absolutely. This is where the big boys come out to play, so to speak, for want of a better word, eh? Should be interesting, these. I think you look at both heats and they are, well, by nature of what they are, they're pretty well stacked, aren't they?
They've got fast cars in both. I mean, this could really go any way.
But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? You could you don't necessarily have to qualify first. You could qualify 12th, or in this case, you could qualify 14th. But it's still physically possible. As the saying goes, if it's all right on a night, then it could be your night. You could have had a brilliant Monday night. You might not have a brilliant night tonight. And basically, it's knockout racing time now, isn't it? You haven't got another chance.
So this isn't times anymore. Now it's the top 3 from each race will be going through to the final.
Yeah. So it's completely knockout racing. So it's.
You don't want to knock people out because you probably get a penalty for that.
Yeah, that's probably another sport. They've all got boxing gloves on. Yeah, they've all got boxing gloves on.
The UFC.
Yeah. We're all wearing 4-ounce driving gloves, so you can just get out your car and punch the guy next to you and knock him out, and then he stays. Yeah, they probably have that in America. It wouldn't surprise me, but it's not really.
I watched a show once where they were talking about boxing mixed with chess as a sport. So what the guys do is they fight a minute of boxing where they beat each other to a pulp, and then they go sit down and do chess with that timer clock, and they do a minute of their moves, and then they go back to fighting. So
that'd be ridiculous. So how do you win? You hit the other person, knock them out of the boxing, so that the timer runs out on their chest. I don't know.
I guess. I
mean, that
your
is
guess is as good as mine.
Who comes up with these things? Seriously.
I think you gotta try get a good hit on the guy so he can't think as well for his chess move.
Yeah, it's like, oh, just moved the pawn. Damn, checkmate. There you go. It's just, yeah, that was really good. That's all over. You could get Gary Kasparov taking on Floyd Mayweather. So obviously Kasparov being like top chess master, Floyd Mayweather being probably in my estimation, I don't like him as a person, he's hideous, but he's probably been the best boxer of a generation, certainly in my lifetime. It's just a pity he's such an odious human being, but hey, you can't win them all, can you? But yeah, that'd be interesting, because he wouldn't stand a chance.
So we got one more driver.
Who's into
Kamachi,
this one?
I think.
Yeah. Again, you look at this one. Obviously, Martin qualified top. Yeah, Kamachi's in. So we got our 6 here. You know what? Any one of these guys could.
Correct.
I know it's obvious that anyone can win it, but literally anyone could win it because they're all capable.
Kamachi's livery.
Yeah, just so he gets that back into shape, or into colour rather than shape. But could he be a wolf in sheep's clothing this evening? Could berries decide to be a ripe fruit? And could Ripper Rapper...
Last season what us South Africans tried to do was get a South African into every semi-final. And we actually managed it. We won South African
all
in
throughout
every
the season.
semi-final, at least. So, but we never had one in every final. So we hope that this season we can get one into every final. But
you never know.
Berries is the only one who can do it tonight. So
he's the lone.
See if we can start.
No pressure. Yeah. Absolutely no pressure on you whatsoever.
No pressure. But it's just South African pride at play. But,
the thing I will mention at this point, I know most of the people watching are going to know this anyway, but we are 6 laps for the semis and the final. Not the 4 laps you were used to in the heats, but we are. Yeah. Berries has just said, pressure is on, lol. It is, mate. It's going to weigh you down. Hang on a minute. We're
missing one car. Yeah, I'm just checking who it would be. It looks like Berries.
Oh, what are you doing?
So we'll do a restart
here we can reset the lobby because
yeah.
What happened there? Because obviously he was in the chat, so I know he's there.
Must be that South African internet. When he hit the chat, it took him out the race.
It just said, "Oh, you're going
here in South Africa."
This is a part where, in the old adverts, you used to get these old Castella cigar adverts, and something really bad happens, a guy just sits there and lights up a cigar, as if to say, oh, what the hell. Or words to that effect. And it used to play some music, which I can remember, but I'm not going to hum it, because it'll sound stupid. but it was funny. So we're syncing at the moment.
just restarting.
That's cool. Oh, yeah, there you go. There they go. Somebody else has disappeared. The other 4 cars have started off, but they probably hadn't realised yet. But yeah, you're gonna have to go again, gents. But it's a nice little look into what could happen, possibly. Oops. Oh, I think they've realised now. Yeah, they've all realised. I've got another invitation. I know. You keep inviting me to these weird and wonderful places. So, all these... This is true. I mean, it's like I'm being dragged into all the BDSM clubs in South Africa. It's terrible, this guy, honestly. Can't take him anywhere. And before all of you start to Google BDSM and think what it means, it's, well, depends on your mind. It can stand for loads of different things. But in this case, it probably means something like bad day, something or other. Got nothing to do with, like, no.
Alright, so we're all back again.
Yay, and then there were 6.
Whatever happens this time is what happens. So this is the race.
Yeah, pressure is really on.
So let's hope the internet holds out now.
Yep, and everything goes clean. It looks like everybody's there. Hopefully everybody will be on the starting grid. Hopefully.
And hopefully I got my settings correct.
Yay! You never know. Weirder things have happened in life. Definitely in my life. I think my whole life is weird. They should make a film about it. Not actually publish it, but just pay me 10 million quid just to make it. It should be really nice.
Call it Motor Mouse.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be a certificate R. Was it R18 or whatever it is these days? Yay, we have 6 on the grid.
All 6 have made it.
And the little one said, "Put your foot down." So, who's your money on? I've got a sneaky feeling for Mr. Care Bear. I know, Mark. I know. Oh no!
Yes, Berries is gone again.
He's died again.
Oh damn!
Oh, that's
it
gutting.
for him, unfortunately.
Oh, that's gutting. The pressure must have made him explode.
Or his internet.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. Oh no.
So down to 5 now.
We're ready to rock and roll.
3 will.
Oh, so 3 out of 5. That takes a bit of pressure off the guys a little bit, but Little Rapper's got a good start in this one. He's got the right line as well because Care Bear's right on the back of him and Martin is right on the back of him. I don't know if there's a bit of contact there. There was. Oh no. Yeah, he's definitely. Martin has definitely thumped Care Bear out of that one.
Kenny and Care Bear having a bit of a battle now.
Let's just see if he can get himself back in there.
They seem to be keeping it clean.
Yeah, Care Bear's got himself back into 3rd. He probably thinks he should have been in 2nd, but
Martin gaining on Ripper there.
Yeah, he's closing in on me. He took a much better corner there. He got a much better line coming through there, didn't he? As I'm just seeing that again. He
does seem to be gaining on him. So.
Yeah, that was very close.
Almost tapped him again.
Yeah, that was very close. He's got the inside line as well. Oh no, Ripper managed to... No, I thought he'd lost that there. He'd lost that coming into the corner and he didn't hit the apex of the corner there. So he lost that completely.
Martin has made his way to the front. Good Ripper 2nd, Comaneci in 3rd. So the Hondas have dropped back in this.
Mr. Bear is Matt's managed to. He's already done his Joker, so technically he's probably not as far back as it looks. Could get 3rd.
Comaneci.
Yeah, he certainly could get that. I think, unfortunately for Kenny, unless something amazing happens, which it could, but for the 2 guys out front, I think they are pretty comfortable. They probably don't have to push it.
Or not amazing for someone else.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I say, Comaneci, all Care Bear's got to do is stay close to Yeah, Berry's just saying, internet chose the wrong night to give me problems. Certainly did, mate. That's gutting. I'd be gutted if that happened, but some things you cannot control, unfortunately. I suppose the good thing, the positive aspect is you qualified for the finals, so you know that you are good enough to qualify for finals, and hopefully that is you get the chance to race in them next time, which is a damn shame, because you always want people to be qualified. You want them to at least be able to at least try and give a decent account for themselves. You never know what can happen, do you? But
Ripper into his Joker. Martin doesn't seem to have jokered yet. So
no, he's going to leave it till the death.
Jokers.
He's going to leave it till the death there, isn't he? But he's got a pretty big lead over there.
So Care Bear Matt has taken.
He's got the third place back, which I thought he would. It looked like he was going to, because it's quite spread out actually this week. I know it's longer in terms of the 6 laps as opposed to the 4, but they have kind of spread out a bit, which wasn't what I expected, if I'm honest. I didn't think there'd be a 17-second split between first and fifth. However, like I say, sometimes how
there comes Martin out of his Joker lap, so he's taken it.
Yeah, he's still got a comfortable lead, barring anything stupid.
Can't even hear the other cars on this section of the track.
You know, it's just the focus blasting around. But again, I suppose the aim of the game for this...
The Hondas are very loud. Listen to the sound of that Honda.
I mean, I've got to mute everything, so I don't get to hear anything at all. Because if I was hearing it, you'd be hearing it over and over again, which would be a bit nightmarish. Well, I think in some ways, and again, I'll be devil's advocate on this one, I think in some ways it's probably good that Matt looks like he's going to qualify in third. I think had he been out the top 3, and again being devil's advocate here, because of the hit that he got early doors, that might have caused an issue, but the fact that I think he got third has maybe saved the stewards a problem there. So Martin takes the win, sorry Matt. And poor old Berries, hey, not your night mate, but so Martin takes it 40.8. Good timing again. I think he did a quicker time on Monday, mind. Ripper Rapper 41.4, Care Bear 41.6. Again, looking at the times, there's not much in them. A lot. Martin was a little bit ahead there, but top 3 go through to the final. So we got Martin, Ripper Rapper, and
Care Bear.
Yeah, which I think after the hit that Matt got, I think he might have been fearing the worst, but thankfully he's in there, so that saves everything. And I don't think for a minute that Martin meant it. Of course he didn't, but sometimes it happens in racing. But you don't want it to affect the result. And the good thing was, it didn't. In that respect.
Right, so we need to get rid of all these guys because we have our second semi-final coming in here.
They're all gone. We love you, but sorry, you're done. It's all over.
We've given them the boot as much as we love you all.
Definitely. And it's one of them big sort of boots with hobnails on that comes from the 60s. It's like when you go fishing, you think you caught a really big fish and you get a welly.
I actually thought that was RS Ripper. I'm getting confused with my rippers here. I thought that was RS Ripper.
No, that was Rapper Ripper.
That was Ripper Rapper.
Exactly. So you have to call them Arse and Rapper instead of Rippers. Is that confusing?
But
I don't know.
So that was actually good result from Ripper Rapper then. I thought he was.
Yeah, considering
I got confused.
I mean, in truth, again, it proves the point. He didn't have the greatest of quali. He didn't have the greatest of luck in quali. Let's be honest. He didn't, but unfortunately for him, that meant he finished outside the top 12. Fortune shines on him that a couple of people can't make it. He gets in, and
now he's in the final.
Yeah, he took his chance. He could win the event having not technically qualified for the final. So you never know when your chance might come. That's another beauty of this game. You just don't know what's going to happen. So at the moment, like I say, we've done the first semi, just a moment or two obviously before we get to the second semi, which again, you've got a stacked grid. I mean, the surprise person, the surprise grid placing is probably Artem, and I don't think I'm doing the boy a disservice by saying that. I'm certainly not doing that in any way, shape or form. But I don't suppose he expected to be here, so he's kind of got a wild card really, hasn't he? In all fairness.
He's in the same situation as RFA+, to be honest. He's coming in not having qualified, but been bumped up a position, and he could also go to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about that, if you look at it in that way, is there's no expectation. Everything's a bonus from here on in.
Exactly.
You know, he could have the race of his life. I hope he does, from his perspective, because his first couple of races didn't go well Monday night, and then his last two races were much better, and as it pans out, those are what have got him into this. Because had he not done that, he would have been behind somebody else, and he would have missed out on his chance. So again, you never know. That's why I give you all in every single race. You never know what's going to happen. Points mean prizes, so they used to say in a certain game show in this country.
There's that pink Ford we love.
Oh yeah, look at that livery. It's like the psychedelic Ford, not the psychedelic furs, which was a band from about the 80s or 90s. You can test me on that one, I'm not sure. But they were called the psychedelic furs.
A lot of Audis in this race.
Yeah, it's like Audi, and... not Audi. 4 Audis. 66% of the field are Audis.
Let's see how many Audis get through to the final.
That's strong.
We already have one through from the first semi.
Mr. Ripper. Mr. Rapper.
Will his brother be joining him in the finals?
You would think so, but then again, never count your chickens until somebody's stolen them. No, that's not quite go like that. No, don't count your chicken if it's a cock. That's... It could be a cockerel, couldn't it? But it's like, oh, and I know what I forgot. I forgot to change that thing. So every time I get a message, it comes up on there. I've got to change that. Remind. Oh no, no.
Lost half the grid. Okay,
yeah.
To restart.
This has got to be something to do with the game rather than, like, say, with berries.
Or it's the PSN servers, maybe.
Yeah, it's got to be something to do with that. Because I mean, we're all scattered all over the place. I'm in the UK. Berry's obviously in South Africa. You know, there's a few miles between us, so it kind of seems odd that it affected me, and it's never affected me before. It binned him twice, unfortunately for him, and obviously we've lost 2 here, which is a
3,
bit.
I think.
No, we got 4 on the grid. I can see 4 cars on the grid.
4?
Yeah, we've lost Ripper Rapper. And we've lost, no, we haven't lost Artem. We've got Artem, Matt, Rob, and Magnus. So we've got those 4. Yeah, we've lost them. Not really the way you want it to go, but hey, not a lot we can do, is there? It's one of those things.
Are on the way.
So, luckily for them, it all happened before we got underway. That's the one saving grace. And I don't think they've realised. Oh, yeah, they might have now. They might have now. Because they just all ploughed into each other, so I think they've kind of, yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that, but I will, because it's just funny. It is just funny, but I'm just glad that it happened before. Yeah, it's just, yeah, lose 40 points. See ya. So now you've all got the nice little camera and the 5 little bouncing square faces. But now you're back. You are back with us. We are just going into a new lobby, obviously, because the Project Cars servers have decided to be really nice tonight. And be really, really, really bloody annoying, for want of better words. But
alright, so we
hopefully
are good to go.
Hopefully 6 of the best, as they say. Used to mean something else when I was younger, but it's just like
some of these guys might still be getting punished tonight. You know.
Yes, there could be. Yes, there could be punishment being handed out. Yeah, we're back to that BDSM thing again, aren't we? No, let's stay off that one. That's only because my wife bought me a GIMP mask. No, I'm joking. I am seriously joking, honestly, really. Bit of light bondage, BDSM probably not, but
you're wearing that right. If you're wearing that right now, you're not going to see much of the race.
No, this is true. Yeah, definitely. It's an elephant's trunk posing pouch next week. No, don't even think about that one. Anyway, we have 6 on the grid. We hope to retain 6 on the grid. We hope that 6 get round, and they're all bouncing, so it's looking good so far. We look as if we're ready to rock and roll. So.
And we have Artem in the front there. So
yeah, he's on the front row alongside Matt, Mr. Harvard on speed, and Magnus in row 2. We've got a little bit of movement there on that, but I think
Artem actually has the better spot there. Being on the left side gives you quite a
I think the further right you are, the further right you are, the more pace you can take into first corner if you get some clearance. If you get clear.
Only thing is, on the outside, you just got to be careful if the guys on the inside don't run wide.
I'm just wondering what's happening here. Have we got a?
I think they're just adjusting settings.
Are they? I thought we had my screen moved as if to say, you know, when you're moving off that and you're ready to go for the sync, unless that was just something else. I'm hoping that is the case. Yeah, holding thumbs for no disconnects this time round. Yeah, I think because it says lap 1, and I haven't noticed whether it said that before. And everyone's just.
I think it always says it there.
Everyone's just
probably just one guy changing his fuel, changing.
Yeah, could be, because they do have the 2 minutes, don't they? So I'm just thinking that the longer they stay stationary, here we go. Yeah, it's all right. It must have just been
someone just fixing his settings there.
Yeah, it must
keeping
have been
all the guys in suspense.
Yeah, just don't do what you did, otherwise it could be painful for them. So we're off and ready. Matt's got a good start. He's got a decent start there, and I think he's got a flyer off there. Yeah, he managed to get a good run out there. Artem's doing all right. He's managed to keep it. I think that was Magnus. But he's got 5 laps. Yeah, it's not all over. That's the good thing about. Well, at the moment he's performing quite well. And he's got a bit wide. I don't know if there's a bit of contact at the back there, but in truth it's going to be a battle royale, because these front 3 at the moment, Artem's taking his chance. It certainly looks that way. He's going to be wide. That's okay.
Maybe both of these guys who get promoted to these races are going to go through.
Yeah, this will be interesting. This will be so interesting. Look at him. He's a new person. He's a completely new guy tonight. Because he's right on the back of Matt. Now whether he's trying to follow Matt's lines and stuff and using him as a template, I thought he was going to take the lead then.
I think he's catching him.
Yeah, I think he's got him. He's got him here. He has got him. Fair play.
Ooh, he's a little loose there.
Yeah, can he hold it? Right. So Matt's gone for the Joker. He's thought, you know what, I've lost a bit of ground. Let's get that Joker in there. This is going to make it a bit interesting now. So Magnus is up into second now. Yeah, Artem obviously in first, Magnus into second, but obviously the other 4 guys have done their Jokers. So that's going to...
I think RS Ripper, if he holds on to it, he's going to move up to that.
Yeah, I think he should. The 3 of them look as if they've got enough. The front 2 haven't got a big enough gap yet, although it is growing. Harvard just caught that.
And Robin.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to. Even on the replay, I couldn't see something. I think there's a slight bit of contact prior, and then obviously we get to see the aftermath of it, so we don't get to see the initial contact of what happens there. So at the moment, you've got Magnus on the back of Artem, but obviously I think Magnus has got a better run out there. Artem's run wide. Oh, I thought he'd lost it. He did well to hold that. Well done, mate. Whatever you do tonight, you've done yourself proud anyway. So you've not disgraced yourself.
Has Artem taken his joker?
No. Magnus and Artem haven't. So right, Artem
takes it now though.
Yeah, Artem's going for it. Magnus is trying to see if he can get a bit of clean air, and I don't blame him for that. It's his best chance. It's his best chance of making.
Also wanting clean air because he knows if you stay behind Magnus is beaten. So he needs to go and attempt.
So I think Magnus has played it well, considering that he got that baddie on at the beginning. So I think he's done well actually to get himself back into the position. The battle is going to be with him and Artem. I think because
either way, if they both make it, then
true.
Through,
yeah, they've got because Matt's down. Matt's like
depending on if Robin and Matt here can cause an upset.
But if I mean, the good thing that'll benefit Artem will be if these two. Oh, there was a touch there. There's a touch there, and
I wouldn't agree with that speed that carried through there.
No, I don't agree with that either. I get he got pushed wide, and I get that, but I don't think, in the grand scheme of things,
it's an advantage game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I think that's a twofold
Especially
thing there.
Artem there.
Yeah, you've got the tap there, and then you've got the taking out completely the corner because he's literally.
Anyway, back to the front three to see.
But these three are looking comfortable. So RS Ripper takes it. Magnus gets a cracking second. What's happened there?
He's run out of fuel.
Oh, he has.
He's blown his engine on the last lap.
No, has he blown it?
He did so well. That's Robin is through.
Oh, that's the thing that we can't see, which is really annoying. Oh, Artem, mate, what have you done? What have you done? And it doesn't even tell us on here either.
I think he definitely ran out of fuel because he was still rolling.
Yeah, it looked it, didn't it? It looked it. Oh, gutting. That was a place in the final. From nowhere. Oh, that's horrible.
Very unlucky, Artem. That was an epic race from you.
But in truth, like I say, tonight was a bonus, and you've kind of proved that you belong here. If there was anything, as Berries has just said then, and he was doing so well. Well, you've done yourself proud anyway. It's something to bring into next week, I think. You set yourself a bar, mate, and you've got to keep that bar high. No, you maybe didn't do yourself justice on Monday, and you've redeemed yourself tonight. So, but it's hey, it's just one of them things. Anything can happen, and it usually does. But so that gives us our 6. Yeah, it's fast, it's furious. Forgive the puns, but it is. There's no other way to explain it, is there? Really, it's just. It's fast, furious, it's on the edge, and if you get it right, and if you can keep it, then you'll be doing fine. So...
Right, so I'll start inviting the 3 from the last race.
So we have our first final lineup of this season. Which...
Yep, to find our first winner.
So in terms of these, I think RS Ripper had a really good race last time out, coming fresh off that. He might be good to go again, considering again wasn't the best of starts, but he managed to get himself up there, so he's obviously got the pace through the 6 laps. I think that's the big difference with the 6-lap races against the 4s, isn't it? If something doesn't quite go well,
yeah, it's a little bit more endurance though as well. Your tires get shredded, so it is actually difficult to do 6 laps
and you use more fuel.
That as well. I often the car is set up for 4 and you forget to put in 6 laps of fuel.
What I always do in this game as well. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what Artem has to say if he gets that chance. But I found in this game usually however many laps the race is, I put 1 lap more, because if you use
I'll put 1 or 2, because if you spin, you're gonna lose a whole lot of fuel. And
in this, you've got a lot of engine revs where you're not moving, which also comes into it, I think, to a certain extent, and that might have cost him.
You can watch your fuel running out here if you over rev on the start grid when you
you can literally
pull off.
Yeah, you can literally see it like just moving down, can't you? Yeah, and that's why I always kind of overfuel a bit, because I rev like a lunatic at the start. I do. It's just like full revs, pedal to the metal. I mean, if I'm using a clutch down, and then engage, away you go, and then usually spin and go to the right and hit the wall. But something like that. But no, like I say, the two guys who were not originally in qualification have
done very well.
Yeah, they've done themselves proud. In all fairness, I mean, without his bit of a disaster, if Artem had got to the final, I think that might have given him the unofficial Driver of the Day award, if there was an unofficial Driver of the Day award. But it'd be unofficial if it was, so it wouldn't be official. So
it was definitely impressive. I wasn't expecting it at all.
No, certainly not to be fighting for the lead, which was, he got a decent start, not the best start, but he got a decent start. But he held on to the back of Matt. So, and that's no mean feat. But again, he's somebody that you might have thought would have made it here, but obviously that's the nature of the beast. It doesn't always work like that. So here we go. This is going to be an interesting one, because I think Matt is in Care Bear. Oh, that's all right. Jump on. Have you seen that? Jump onto the Discord chat if you will a sec, Ryan. Sorry, Kyle, because Ryan's just put something up. So there's something we need to check. I don't know what it is, but just hang fire with everything and just jump in on there. That's a good thing, because if I get to see this quick enough, I can tell you. I'm not sure what it is. I haven't got a clue. But
I haven't been sent anything.
Unless he just means the general chat. Let me have a look. I'm just trying to see. He might mean in the driver briefings, because he's in.
I'm gonna go speak to him quick. Hold on.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. So, like I say, we're just going to double check on that, guys and girls, and anyone else who happens to be watching. But we're just gonna check on that. It could be a last minute thing, but obviously it's important that if there is an issue, that we get it sorted before the final kicks off. Because once the final kicks off, there ain't no going back, which is for obvious reasons. So just in case, that's probably one of the things about this type of thing. Trying to run it as realistically as we do. Obviously, we're trying to run in live time. We don't have all the lovely equipment that the multi-million-pound broadcasters have. We just have a few humble dudes like me and Kyle and Berries and all the rest of it. Okay, you can have a pee break. I don't see why not, mate.
Okay, we're back and good to go.
Right, bear with me, because at the moment, Mr. Slaney has just said, are you... He said, give me time for a wee, if we're holding up. I could say to you, piss off, couldn't I? But
yeah, doesn't he have a bottle there?
Yeah. Buy yourself a commode. Get a catheter or something, and just like
we gotta get a move on, but he's still got the loading screen. Yeah, so let's hope he's quick.
You got 2 minutes, so don't be taking the piss. Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's
do but don't. But do as well.
But again, I'll say that's again done. Fair enough. That was a quick pee, mate. Bloody hell. I'm stood there for about 5 minutes. Mind you, I've got a 10-gallon bladder, so that's another thing. There you go. I mean, it must be horrible trying to rush a wee because you're going for a final. I bet you dribbled on the floor as well, didn't you? Mop it up. Anyway, enough of the toilet humour. So we're getting ready for final one of Series 3 of Viva España. Splash and dash. Yeah, well said. So here we go. First final. So we have RS Ripper, we have Rob, we have Mr. Care Bear, otherwise known as Matt, who is feeling lighter because he's just had a pee and lost about a gallon. So he's done that. He's done that for weight reduction. We have Martin, who was obviously...
We might have to give him a penalty, in fact. He might be a little under the...
What, a penalty? No. Obviously we got Martin, and we've got Magnus in there, and we've got Ripper Rapper. So this could be cool. 4 Audis.
This should be a very good race.
Yeah, this will be really interesting. Oh, that's a flyer. That's a flyer. We've lost somebody.
Ooh,
We've lost was that before?
From Martin.
Did we?
Martin's out with the jump start.
It was a jump, was it? Yeah, I see. I'm looking at the replay. Yeah, it was. It was. I said it was a flyer. Oh, Robin. He's
so
feeling.
RS Ripper out the head.
He's feeling tired. Oh, that's a really bad pun, that, isn't it? That's awful, isn't it? Even for me, that is awful. So at the moment we got RS Ripper. Matt then just almost came to a standstill at that corner. I think he was taking. What's happening there?
Slow.
What's
going
happening?
on?
What's he done? What's going on?
Maybe his wheel broke or something. Or that's strange.
No, he's still navigating. What's? Now he's up and running.
He's
Did
going
he have a
again.
Did he have a slowdown penalty?
No, you can't in this game.
Oh no, they're not. Oh no,
so
are they definitely off?
No. Yeah, definitely. So that's strange to see. He let everyone go past. Maybe he's just nice like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I didn't see anything. That's not to say that there wasn't something, but I didn't see anything because he put himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that puts Matt out ahead. Care Bear Matt.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
This Matt.
It'll be interesting to find out what he says. I'm not sure, but I'll be interesting to find out what the explanation is for that one. So, there's a bit of contact there. There's a bit of contact. Oh no! In fairness, that affected them both. Oh. And in fairness, Ripper yeah, well, he's in fairness, Ripper could see what was ahead of him as well, and he went on the inside. So, and he's done his joker. So he is in the box seat.
He's flying.
He's definitely in the box seat. A little bit of a tap there, but I don't think that was anything untoward there off Magnus. In all fairness, they're all pretty close. Oh, gotta watch, and I think Magnus held off then, because Magnus really had a line,
he's
but
pushing it. He's pushing.
I mean, he's got to push because obviously he's really 3 seconds behind, isn't he?
Yeah,
it's the same with. Oh God! Did he catch him then coming round?
He got him, but I think he held on to it there, so he's recovered.
That was because he lost a bit of ground then, didn't he? So anyway, we got 2 Rippers in the top 3. Oh, Magnus has fought him off. Magnus has fought off RS Ripper, and he's done a pretty good job of it, and he had a good line there. So I think he's going to hold it, but he's going to be under severe pressure coming into this corner.
Ripper pulling away again now.
Oh, he's flying away. I just muted myself because I just coughed, which I don't think people want to listen to. But in truth, this is a pretty eventful final.
I think Matt still has to do his joker, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's the only one left who's got to do it. He's going to go
so
now.
He takes it now.
He's going to come out close with Magnus. He seems slow coming out of that.
I thought Ripper was going to squeeze through as well.
Man, that was close. Oh man, that was close. Oh, where are you going? Oh, he's lost it a bit
Matt
there.
Stuffs it up.
I think it spooked him coming out so close. I think that really spooked him.
It is very scary.
It is, especially when you see that and you think. But in all honesty, at the moment, it's turning into a procession for Mr. Ripper Rapper, who again, you look at it and you think, right, okay, it might not have been his best.
Yeah, you can see him off in the distance there. He's got it in the bag. Unless he makes his own mistake, he's won this one.
Yeah, he's into the last lap. Again, Magnus, second place. I don't think he's too shabby either.
So the fight here is now, I guess, for third, which is going to be, can Matt hold on to it from RS Ripper?
Yeah, Berry's just put up a very...
RS Ripper collects the wall.
Yeah, I think...
So Robin is through.
And Robin's taken out that corner as well. He's gone straight through it. But I don't know whether...
Again?
Yeah, he's gone straight through it.
Yeah, that's a few times I think we've seen Robin doing that. So
he's gone straight through that. So maybe I get the facts, but a pretty solid run. So I think
Matt.
The round of applause goes to Ripper Rapper for what was a pretty solid. Yeah,
I'm not sure what happened to him in that race.
I think Ryan shed a bit of light on that, saying that I think him and Robin had a little bit of a tete-a-tete. So I think Berries was saying that he might have been waiting for Robin after their crash. So, if he did, then top sportsmanship from him there, because he's given up his chance of winning to be sporting. Can't fault him for that. Can't fault him at all. It's
going to be interesting to find out what exactly happened there.
Yeah.
But geez, what a race!
Yeah, that was
so
that
much
was
action,
massively eventful.
A jump start, lots of position changes. But
yeah,
in
Martin,
the end, Ripper wins.
Martin will be kicking himself,
and he didn't make the qualifying for the semis. So
yeah, so there you go.
Shows.
But he's again wasn't the fastest man on track, but stayed clean. So that counts for something. So again, he takes the title of Spain, so he becomes King Juan Carlos, the King of Spain. A creditable second place for Magnus there in season 3, and a very creditable third place on the podium in his first event for Matt, Mr. Care Bear. See, having a P does something for you. Red Bull might give you wings, having a P gives you less weight and means you come third. Mr. Norlander and RS Ripper, they had a bit of a crash, which probably put paid to both of them, if I'm quite honest with you. And as for Martin, must be gutted. Top qualifier of Monday night, and top qualifier comfortably, shall I say, on Monday night, because he won 3 out the 4 rounds.
Definitely putting in the fastest laps, I think.
Yeah, and he was fourth, in the 4th round. So I think he got 190 points. He was something like 30 points ahead of anyone else, or 30 odd points ahead of anyone else. So basically, he murdered it Monday night, and he just got that jump start, which put paid to him. But unfortunately, it's one of them things. It's all on the night. It's just like getting a 100-metre run in it. False start, you're out the event. You might be the fastest man on earth, but if you false start, unfortunately, that's not what it's about.
Catches everyone. That's
definitely.
why you got to be careful.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that tonight. Obviously, this was the beginning of season 3, which is a milestone season in the fact that we're up to 23 people, which is a massive increase on the 14 of last year. Sorry if I'm repeating myself saying that, but it is a huge increase. It's logistically much more difficult to try to put together, but we will hope to do so with great effort, I think, over the coming few weeks. I hope you'll sit here with us and enjoy some of it. There's plenty of action. I'm sure you won't disagree with that. It's basically, it's action all the way, isn't it? Anyway, from myself, from Kyle, and from the rest of the group, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the races. Please have a read at the bottom. If you like what you see, then come and join us. Think you've got what it takes, then put your money where your mouth is. We'll come and see you on Discord. Power slide into our world, as it says down on the bottom. You know where to go. If you'd like to say hello, then hey, come in and say hello. But go on the YouTube channel. There's plenty of option there to put some comments down. If you like what we do, tell us what you like. If there's something you don't like, something you think we should do, stick that up there too. We're open to ideas. It's never the finished article. We like to evolve, and you're going to be part of it. So keep that in your mind. Until next week then, we are traipsing across, only just across the border a little bit, from Spain into France. We're heading a bit closer to everybody else. And we're not even going to mention Gibraltar or anything else, or the Catalans, nothing. We're just going straight through into France, and we'll see you at the place that none of us like to say, so I'll just say it's spelled Loheac, and that's it. Or it's Loheac, or something like that. But
I think it's Loheac, but I've probably pronounced it wrong.
That's okay. that's both of us. I'll just call it what the heck. That's probably easier. Anyway, that's enough of me. Yes, I am Motormouth. I do talk all the time, but you've got to in this job, haven't you? That's my excuse. What's yours? See you next week, guys. Have a good time.